Right, so I've applied glue to, I glued this on, just put some glue and glaze directly on the wooden blank here at the back. This is nice and flush with the top of the rails, so if I just go there with a toothpick, you can see that it's crossing it, no problem. In this case here we're a wee bit lower down, so I cut another piece of card. I don't have any black stuff, at least I didn't want to cut a new sheet, and so I put some light grey, which will act as a base, and then when the glue is set, we'll glue this on top of it, and so that will be the actual finishing part. We still have to glue this here in position, so that'll be the next step. So now we just let all the glue dry, and then we'll actually, this is finished completely. This is okay. I don't need to add anything else, at least I don't think so. Let's do a simulation with a car. It's not bad. It's a bit of a bump, but it's a level crossing, but it's not a bad bump. Plus here, this is cardboard. I can always press it down a bit, just sort of encourage it to be a bit more. It's got air spaces inside, but that's okay. You see that we're right on top of the wheel, is above the rail. Here instead it bumps down, so we have to add another layer in here. And here it's the same story. Let's see the car going the other way. Let's see it reversing. Bang, it touches the top of the rail, so we need to add another layer there. Okay, Trabant is our test car, level crossing test car. Okay, right, let this stuff set and then we'll do the rest. All right, so I did this job off camera. I glued the second layer here, and I also glued the second layer over here. So now the level crossing, I use glue and glaze, is absolutely beautifully flush. We can drive a Trabant with small wheels over it, no problem at all. Nice and flush. I've tried running some trains over it, so there are no problems at all for bogie stock. Let's have a test right now using a tender. I'm trying to borrow the tender of the of the 140 C231. There we go. So coaches have no problems at all because they're on bogies. No problem at all, see? Everything's very okay. The wheels don't come in contact with the level crossing. Everything's absolutely perfect. So no problem at all here. Let's run the Lima BR39. Keeping this lamp down here so that you'll have extra light. Let's see what happens. There's a bit of a hitch here, you see? A slight hitch, because of course this is a locomotive, a steam locomotive with a long chassis, and it's probably touching in certain points. But it passed. Some problems here. Okay, now I'm going to change locomotive and we'll try the Jouef 140 C231. See how the 140 C231 behaves. We're going to just come back. How it behaves, it just stalled on a point. Yeah. It stalls. Why does it stall? Because, let's go and see, close up and see what the problem is. It's touching the sides, the wheels here at the front, the wheels are touching. The wheels are coming in contact with the paper, with the level crossing. And the same thing, in my opinion, is happening over here. Let's have a look. Trying to keep this torch handy. Let's see what the problem is there. Yes, it's sort of, they're coming, the width of the wheels are not all the same width. It's coming in contact with the paper and it's making resistance, see? So we're going to have to trim some things back. There. Sort of riding the level crossing, and it's not happy about it. Let's see if coming this way, let's change direction. Bogie stock has absolutely no problems because they have a shorter wheelbase. The bogies, very short wheelbase, so they don't come in contact with the level crossing. So I have to either push this, really wedge this down, get it really pushed in, lower, and the same applies to this side here. I'm using my thumb to get it a bit lower down so that it doesn't soil the wheels don't come in contact. And I think that here I'll go with a cutter and I'll just trim some of the paper. This point here you can see is narrower, see, right, excuse my arm alert, here it's narrower, so I think flanges and things are being disturbed in this point here, so we're going to trim that a bit with a cutter. In fact, I've pressed the sides down, I pressed it down there and there to make this card here stay a little bit lower, not to come up and annoy the wheels, and now the locomotive is crossing the level crossing, absolutely no problem at all. I'm specifically using the fussiest, this locomotive is one of the fussy ones. Much better, also very good. This is dangerous double run. I had to stop because the Lima BR39 is higher geared compared to the Jouef 140 C231, and I'd left both on the track by mistake. So I just said, right, let's get a little double, two locomotives running on the same track. I've trimmed the level crossing, pressed it all nicely down, and now even the Jouef 140 C231 is handling it without any problems while hauling this very heavy German passenger train and without derailing on those points. The German train is a heavy one also because they're all pretty heavy coaches. We'll have to weigh them all, and the Sheikh coaches are particularly heavy because they have, okay, of course, there, now it derailed. Derailed and I nearly dropped the controller. Okay, very clever. Right, that was the end of the video. It derailed, it decided to derail. The Sheikh carriages are pretty heavy because they have real glass. The ballast is formed by these two sheets of glass, which is like long glass, just normal glass, just glass, and that's ballast. This carriage has got a big heavy bit of ballast in, so it's pretty heavy train, and it's handling it very well, apart from having those hiccups on that set of points as usual. This is the latest novelty. This locomotive here never really had hiccups on those points. Let's see if it's going to go. Oh, the front pony truck is derailing. Okay, let's go. Okay, you say it's a good locomotive and then it derails. Right, we're just going to pull up on the level crossing like that. So that's the level crossing finished. There's still some small details to take care of. Let's reverse that out the road. I'll have to maybe add a wee bit of paper there and there, sort of improve a few things, camouflage these bits of wood, use some black. But apart from that, it's finished, it's flush. Let's use our Trabant test car to cross it. No problem at all. No problem. No grounding. Absolutely fantastic. And the Trabant has small wheels. Let's see the Isetta. The Isetta is even smaller. Let's drive an Isetta over it. Even the Isetta is going no problem at all. So definitely we can drive a lorry over it at speed, no problem at all. Righto, that's that done. Cheerio, and see you next time. Barriers next.